How to compost rhubarb leaves. Composting is an eco-friendly way to help the environment by reducing the amount of waste that is deposited into landfills. Various types of composting bins are available for purchase at local home and garden centers for both traditional and vermicomposting methods. When filling the composting bin, a variety of green and brown materials should be included to help with the decomposition processes. Brown materials that should be included are shredded newspapers, cardboard and wood chips. Green materials that can be composted include a variety of fruit and vegetable scraps, leaves, lawn clippings and rhubarb leaves. Things you will need: composting bin, brown materials, including shredded newspaper or cardboard, green materials, including kitchen and garden scraps, rhubarb leaves, watering can or garden hose with a sprayer attachment. Locate an appropriate composting bin. If desired, purchase one from a local home and garden center that is pre-made and ready to be used. Another option is to make one yourself from an inexpensive garbage can. Place the composting materials inside the composting bin. The brown and green materials should be placed in layers throughout the bin, keeping the amounts of each material fairly even. Brown materials are important in composting since they provide carbon in the composting bin. The green materials are important to the composting bin as they provide a rich source of nitrogen. The rhubarb leaves are considered a green material. Pour water into the composting bin with either a watering can or a garden hose with a sprayer attachment so that all areas of the material are damp. The materials should feel as wet as a damp sponge. Do not overwater the bin. Mix the materials. If using a rolling composting bin, place a lid securely on top of the bin, lay the bin on its side, and roll the materials forward and backward several feet to mix the contents of the bin. If using a stationary bin, mix the materials manually using a pitchfork. Water the composting bin is necessary to ensure that the materials retain an adequate moisture level for composting. Typically it is necessary to add small amounts of moisture to the bin several times a week. Mix the contents of the composting bin at least once a week to ensure that all areas have exposure to oxygen. This will help the rhubarb leaves as well as the rest of the materials to break down, typically within 6 to 8 weeks. Tips: warnings. Keeping the composting bin covered with an appropriate lid will ensure that neighborhood pests do not wreak havoc on it.